Get started. Okay.
Hi, Mr. Pretty.
Okay. My book is called Partials.
Wow. What's your book called?
My book is called Be We Free.
What called?
Mine is called Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters.
I think we have to talk louder. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Purdy.
Okay. We have to read our summary.
Okay, well, I just...
You can go first.
Wait, where are the questions?
Okay.
We're reading
So.
all of our summaries first, and then we're saying the questions?
Okay, I'll start. Okay, the story starts off with Kira in the hospital where a baby died. They don't have any names because they die too quickly. A disease called RM was created by the Partials. The Partials were created by the government and they turned on them. Only a couple thousand people are alive because of the plague. A group called Peregrine made the Partials, so they were created to be soldiers. Kira is a doctor trying to find a cure, so she thinks she needs to study the Partials instead of the dying babies. She goes on a mission with some other people that the government did not allow, and they find a Partial. His name is Sam. She studies him and finds out that there's a government plot that was in a lab she found earlier, but was destroyed by a bomb. She tries to escape the Partial territory, and then Sam and Kira are captured by other Partials. Kira finds out that the Partials have a medical emergency of their own, and the Partials were engineered to live for 20 years, and that the Partials didn't release the RM disease. Peregrine did. She also finds out that they have a cure for RM, and that she's not a human. She returns home with the cure, and she saves her niece's life. When she gets to her house, her adopted mother is gone, and in her room, she finds a picture of her and her adopted mother in front of a sign that says Peregrine. Done.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I can go next.
Okay.
That was good. I really liked that. Cool. Okay, mine is like a very brief summary because there's a lot going on in the story. So yeah, I already told you the story I read. It's called The Sea of Monsters, and it's about the son of Poseidon. And he goes to summer camp for like people who are like sons of gods, and then yeah, this is just me explaining what it is, and then He got a sign from his friend Grover in a dream, and it said that he's been captured by a Cyclops, and he was gonna get eaten by one. So he told the summer camp about what he got, and then he said he wanted to go on the quest to save him. The camp agreed that some other person would go, named Clarice, and to do the quest. And of course Percy wanted to do it because that's his best friend. And so him and his friend Annabeth took it in their own hands to save Grover. He brought his friend too, named Tyson, who was a young Cyclops. Yeah.
Cool.
And wait, where am I? Sorry. They board a boat and they stay there, and the next morning they wake up and everyone is monsters. so they found a boat and they fled the boat and got to another island. And after they got to that island, they found Clarice, the person that was supposed to go on the quest to save the guy. And they boarded the boat with her to get to that island where the Cyclops was. And then that boat ended up exploding because it overheated. And Annabeth and Percy left as soon as possible, so they survived. They thought everyone else died, including Tyson, because he was in the engine room trying to stop it overheating. So I think he's dead. Rest in peace. They thought Clarice died and everyone else too. So they made their way to the to find land, since Percy is the son of Poseidon. He has a lot of control over the water. So yeah, and then they found a way to another island, and they found a pirate ship, and then they went to the island where the Cyclops was, and they found out that Clarice actually was captured by the Cyclops as well, trying to save Grover. So in the end, Annabeth and Percy had to save Clarice and Grover from the Cyclops and defeat the Cyclops guarding them.
That's a good story. I saw the movie.
Did you? I still haven't seen the movie.
Cool.
Cool.
Awesome.
I've seen the first movie. But
Okay, so My book isn't as eventful as your guys's. It's just about a lawyer who gets accused of a murder of a senator, and he has to try to prove to everyone and the judge and the jury that he's innocent. And that's really the whole book, is just him trying to prove that he's innocent. Something that I thought about was like, because at the end he did get proven innocent, but the thing is, some people don't get proved innocent, and they go to jail for being misaccused of something. So it's just like something to think about, how much that actually happens in the society, how much people get misaccused and then get jail time, and then they're in there for 20 years.
Terrible.
And then they get another trial and they get let out because they're actually innocent, and then they get money. So
Yeah.
20 years.
Is it worth it though?
I'm not sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
a
pretty much it.
pretty boring story.
It is, trust me.
Okay.
I'm sure some people like.
A question. If you were making a movie of this book, who'd you cast? I'd cast Leonardo DiCaprio, because he's my favorite actor ever. Angelina Jolie to be Kira.
Weren't they married at once, so don't they hate each other?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I could see her as a good Kira in this movie.
Okay, so from my book, I think I would cast Adam Sandler as Zachary, because I feel like he would make the story a bit more interesting and they could actually make a good book out of it. And then like I would cast some other funny people as like the judge, like have Kevin Hart as the judge and like Dwayne Johnson in like the jury or something.
Carell.
Yeah, Steve Carell. Yeah.
So mine is actually already a movie, and the stars in that Percy Jackson is Logan Lerman, Annabeth is Alexandra Daddario, and yeah. So those are the stars. Oh, nice. But if I were to cast other people, I honestly think they fit the role the best. But, you know, if I could be Percy Jackson, why not? So, you know, I'd probably cast myself.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, I can. Never says that you can't, so.
Would you read another book by this author? Why or why not? Okay, I wouldn't read another book from this author because it took a really long time to get into the story, and I don't like reading books, so I wouldn't get into another book by this author.
A big no, because it was the most boring book that I've ever read in my life, and I would never read another book by this man again.
Wow, that was harsh. I would read another book because
You already have.
well, I've read the first and the second and this one, and they're quite interesting. I don't really read, but if I were to read, it'd probably be this genre of, you know, just because there's a lot going on and it's very interesting on how like there's a lot of different things that happen in our world that you don't know about. Maybe
I don't like the whole magic thing.
I like the magic more than other books.
Yeah, I feel like it just makes a story more interesting, because like if you're reading a story that's about real life,
Like
then
this.
it's just then it's just like, okay, well, we've already seen that on the news. If you add a little aspect of like magic in there, then it's like it's different and it's interesting. Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool, and it's something fresh.
Okay. What feelings did this book evoke for you? I felt sad because everyone in Kira's family died, and there's only a couple thousand people left in the world, so no one has any family, and they're all strangers to each other. And I also felt happy because she at the end she figures out like what's really happening and not what the government is telling lies about.
So I didn't feel too much. Two things that I did feel was remorse for like I was talking about how it happens in real life and how people get convicted of wrongly things, and I felt happy that he did get proved innocent, and he did get to keep on living his life. But in the book, they never actually found out who was the real murderer. So.
Oh, he murdered.
Oh, it was a murder. Okay. What feelings did this evoke for me? Like, what's the word? When you're excitement, kind of. Like, I found myself very excited and like, engaged in the story. Especially like even like in the morning when we'd read, I'd like really get into the story because there's like a lot. Yeah.
Okay, well,
I don't agree with that.
That's
but,
the
yeah.
end of the podcast. We hope
Thank you
enjoyed.
for listening. 32 minutes and 20 seconds.
Mr. Purdy, I'm sorry for your suffering.
Have a good night or
Yeah.
day or
Have
morning.
a safe drive tomorrow.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.